Before we proceed further, I request everyone to kindly stand up for the ICI motto song.
य एष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति य एष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति कामं 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 कामपुरुषो पुरुषो निर्विमाणः निर्विमाणः तदेव शुक्रं तदेव शुक्रदब्रह्मा तदब्रह्मा तदेवामृतमुच्यते तस्मिन् लोकः शतः सर्वे तदूनात्यपि कश्चन एतद्वैता 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 एतद्वैता.
Thank you. I'll now request the dignitaries present on the dais and off the dais, the past council members and past chairmen, for the lighting of the lamp.
Hindu sir.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशाय.
Thank you. I'll now request to kindly play the video of the President's video on Grievance Resolution Directorate.
Dear members and students of our institute, allow me to introduce you to our Grievance Resolution Directorate, a dedicated organ of ICI committed to ensuring an efficient grievance resolution mechanism and providing timely, high-quality service to ICI members and students. This initiative is designed to centralize communication, expedite the handling of complaints and inquiries, and ensure that each committee, department, board, and directorate promptly addresses and resolve your concern. I encourage you to utilize the two very exclusively email ID, members@ici.in and student@ici.in. At the same time, also use the services of Call Sahayata and E-Sahayata offered by the Grievance Resolution Directorate whenever you need. This directorate will immediately begin working on resolving your concern, ensuring that you receive a satisfactory response within the promised time frame.
Thank you. Moving on, I'll request CA Debayan Patra, immediate past chairman EIRC, to give his welcome address.
Thank you, the Deputy Convener of the ACAE CACP Study Circle, C. Ayush Jain. Very good morning to everyone present here, seated on the dais along with Ayush ji, the new president of ACAE, who also happens to be the convener of the ACAE CACP Study Circle, CA Tarun Gupta, a very knowledgeable executive committee member from ACAE, CA Mohit Bhuteria, past chairman, regional council members, of course, they all are contesting in the upcoming elections of ICI, aspiring to lead the region and the ICI from Delhi. So I cannot take their names, and of course senior members and my friends, CA Indu Chatrat, who also is a past president of 3 eminent associations of chartered accountants. A very good morning to one and all. This is something when we are talking about restructuring business and financing. So one very important question that comes to my mind when we talk about restructuring is that we are here today because we would be planning the restructuring for our clients. We would be talking about how we can add maximum value to our clients, the best means of financing, the best means of merger or demerger, whatever it could be, restructuring in any manner. But a basic question would be, what about our chartered accountancy firms? How are we restructuring our firms? Are we only thinking about our clients? Only about clients? Are we also thinking about restructuring our firms? How can you value your firm? What is the valuation of a chartered accountancy firm? I think even from the point of view of the institute, there is a big role that the institute needs to play to determine as to how a chartered accountancy firm will determine its value. Because the institute is 75 years old, many senior members are running chartered accountancy firms with no succession planning. And in a profession, it's true that this is not a business. The next generations may not come, chances are very low. Then how the succession planning can be done? How can other people join a firm with that belief that yes, I will be a part of this firm and I will grow within this firm? And of course, on a future date, again, he can hand over the firm to someone else. We are talking about mergers, networkings. So how can these firms come together? What would be the way of restructuring? So this is a huge area where the institute also has to come out with policies. And of course, the members will also have to think in this area so that we can have such big firms, so that we can have in India such firms which can take up big assignments apart from what the big 10 are doing. So this was one thought. With this, I welcome all of you to this summit. And of course, the way Mohit ji has taken up the lead to structure this program, he would be talking about the program. I am sure that all of you will be much enriched at the end of the day with this expectation. A very good morning and thank you for joining this program. Welcome.
Thank you, Dibayan Patra ji. I think he touched upon a very, very crucial thing regarding succession planning in chartered accountant firms. I think Institute is already taking a lot of steps in even having various different policies like multi-field partnerships and stuff, which will help us in future succession planning. I'll now request CA Tarun Kumar Gupta, convener ACA CSCP Study Circle of EIRC of ICI, to kindly present his welcome address.
Good morning. Can we have some? Good morning. Can we have some noise in the room, please? Good morning. Thank you so much. Thank you. CA Devayan Patra, past Chairman EIRC of ICAI, CA Ayush Jain, Deputy Convener ACA, CA CP Study Circle, CA Mohit Bhuteria ji, Member ACA CA Study Circle, past Chairman CA Indu Chatra ji, past President of ACA and other organizations, and member of ACA CA Study Circle, and all other members present in the room. A very good morning to all of you. I thank all of you for attending the summit today on this very important topic, business restructuring and innovative sources of financing. The summit will end with a panel discussion on the topic creating wealth through restructuring. The learned speakers, moderator and panelists today are experts in their respective fields, and we are thankful to them for taking out time today from their busy schedule and being present to share their thoughts with us. We at ACA CA Study Circle are also thankful to the EIRC of ICAI for jointly organizing this program with our study circle and providing us with an opportunity to share the dais with them. Thank you, sir. The topics being discussed today range from income tax, FEMA, RBI compliances to a larger picture of wealth creation through restructuring, which includes both internal and external restructuring. Just to set the context, let me share some data with all of you. According to a recent report by a leading consulting firm, Indian deal making actively soared to new heights in the second quarter of 2024. The second quarter of 2024 witnessed a record-breaking 501 deals, valued at $21.4 billion, which is about 1,80,000 crores, marking the highest quarterly volumes since quarter 2 of 2022. Mergers and acquisitions and PE deals together stood at 467, valued at $14.9 billion, about 1,25,000 crores. This translates to a 9% increase in terms of volumes. The recent mega mergers of Reliance and Disney in quarter 1 was one of the largest in recent times. It is expected that the annual growth rate of 19.75% will result in a projected total amount of $45 billion by 2025, which is like 3,80,000 crores. That's a big number. It is said that Indian corporates are increasingly investing domestically, reflecting strong confidence in the local investment climate. Despite declining cross-border deals due to geopolitical instability, traditional sectors grew in volumes over the previous quarter. With recent elections and anticipated policy clarity from the government, political stability is expected to boost investor confidence and drive deal activities in the next 6 months to 1 year. Industry-wise, if we look at the industry-wise scenario, traditional sectors like pharmaceuticals and manufacturing have witnessed strong deal activity, collectively contributing more than half of the total deal value. The upcoming sectors where niche deal flows are being witnessed are particularly in EVs, industrial materials, pharma and biotech, energy and renewables, infrastructure and defense. That was about the restructuring and the deal making. Now, if we look at the sources of financing and investor interests, PE investments witnessed significant growth, recording more than 335 deals. This translates to a 9% increase in volume and a 55% increase in value since 2024, the first quarter of 2024. Similarly, there were 20 qualified institutional placements and IPOs, representing the highest quarterly IPO size since 2022 of quarter 2. Some of the major reasons, so why are companies restructuring? So some of the major reasons why companies are doing this restructuring includes companies are increasingly looking to expand their market presence, diversify the offerings and acquire new technologies. Companies eyeing opportunities abroad to access new markets, resources and capabilities. Government's push for ease of doing business has resulted in many of these deals and strong economic growth, increasing consumer demand and a young demographic profile in India are key macroeconomic factors driving such restructuring activities. So these are some of the reasons why business restructuring is happening in India. And with this, I thank all of you for attending this summit, and I wish all of you will surely have some great takeaways by the end of the day. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, CA Tarun Kumar Gupta ji, for his address. I think he touched upon a lot of data points and also certain points with respect to why restructuring and strategizing is important. But one of the major reasons is also today is survival, because a lot of small companies are finding it difficult to survive in the industry. So they are trying to merge or form a strategic partnership and association with bigger companies to survive. So that angle also needs to be kept in mind when we are advising our clients with regards to business restructuring. I'll now request CA Mohit Buteria ji to kindly give his thoughts on today's program.
Very good morning to all of you. Mr. Devayan Patra, past chairman EIRC of ICAI, Mr. Tarun Gupta, convener AC Study Circle, Mr. Ayush, deputy convener AC Study Circle, Indu Bhaiya, present in the audience, convener AC Study Circle, past convener AC Study Circle, eminent dignitaries of the dais. Very good morning. Let me share you some insights on what we are going to hear today. So the first session starts with some critical issues on restructuring. As the convener, deputy convener was saying in his opening remarks, the survival of the fittest. So with this motto in mind, and as we know, small is going to perish, and ultimately larger companies are going to take the pie share of the smaller firms. This will happen not only in business but also happen in profession. So with this idea as to how to create wealth through restructuring, how to get benefits of restructuring, in the first session we'll have Mr. Kapasi, who will deal with various critical issues in restructuring on merger, demerger, capital reduction, buyback, slump sale. Now, he will give deep insights, and I'm sure each one of it will benefit with his deep insights, because he's a leading standing counsel in Mumbai as far as tax is concerned. Now, many of the individuals, many of the HNI families want that one of their persons in the family should be a non-resident for obvious reasons. Now, tax structures, holding companies outside India are subject to a lower tax when it comes to dividends and capital gains as compared to Indian companies. So with this idea, many of the companies are shifting their family offices outside India. Many of the companies are wanting to have one of their family members to be an NRI, to be settled abroad for tax purposes. Need not be a resident of a different country, but a non-resident under FEMA as well as non-resident for tax purposes. So in the second half, in the first half, Mr. Vivek Nevatia will touch upon some critical structures and as to how planning these individuals, these companies are planning their affairs. Now, raising of funds is very, very critical when it comes to firms which are under restructuring. So in the second half, we would have a session where the speaker will tell us as to what are the alternative ways as to how these companies which are under restructuring raise funds through one or more means, be it debt, be it equity, be it compulsorily convertible preference shares, compulsory convertible debentures. So we also have a situation where, say, you have a company which is owned by you, a person with a 10% stake in your company has a power like a promoter or like a holding company, absolute control with 10% stake in your company. When it comes for a restructuring of a company, you having 90% share, but he has with 10% say more than you having 90% stake. So some issues will be dealt. Then unlisted companies, when we talk of unlisted companies, many of our clients are unlisted companies. When we talk of their wealth, we say your net worth is your wealth. a popular saying is that what is your net worth of the company, that is the wealth. What is your turnover, what is the profit, that reflects upon any common person. But when the same company goes into listing, it has a different market cap. So to give you an example, an engineering company with 100 crore net worth and with a 10 crore profit, so we will say the value of the company is 100 crores. But when the same company gets listed, it may list at a value of 1000 crores, because depending upon the PE, the markets give to different types of companies, which may range from 10 to 50, 60, 70. The same company, when it comes to listing, may have a market cap which is very, very significantly higher than the net worth. So these success stories, and as to how they create wealth, first through restructuring, then through listing, that will be dead again in the last session. In between, we will have one session where the speaker will tell us as to how through NCLT, many schemes were designed, many bought outs were made, many restructuring was done, which led to not only acquisition but also substantial wealth creation for these entities. So I am much thankful and grateful to Mr. Devan Patra and Mr. Tarun Gupta for giving me all opportunity and extend wholehearted support in formulating this program. Thank you all, and I hope you will have a very, very good learning. We have an excellent galaxy of speakers, and try to gain lot of insights, because when it comes to any of the speakers, starting from Mr. Pradeep Kapasi, who has a long-standing 50-year-old experience in direct tax, I'm sure you will get a lot of insights. Thank you all.
Thank you, CA Mohit Buteria ji. I think he's dealt with in-depth discussion on the structure of the program today, and one of the things I think which is there, which we can also wonder about, is like a leverage buyout, which is happening these days and is very quite common in the field of PE. And over here, what are happening is that the private equity firms are not acquiring the listed entities, but they are looking at large unlisted players, and by way of debt and leverage, they are acquiring these companies. In like a recent deal which has just been announced, Haldiram, which is being valued at 70,000 crore, and it is an unlisted player in the market. Similar deals are happening, and this gives us an opportunity in the form of how we can guide our clients to carry on restructuring programs. With this, I'll thank CA Debayan Patra ji, CA Tarun Kumar Gupta, and CA Mohit Buteria for organizing the program today. It will be a very power-packed session for the entire day. I'll thank all of you present here for participating in this program today and making it a huge success. I'll now request CA Mohit Buteria ji to kindly take the first session forward.